Wouldn't it be nice if there was one place you could find the full bestiary of every monster in Castlevania? I think that would be nice. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled for all of the games released up until now, I don't know why you clicked on this video, because I feel like the title kind of explains that that's what I was gonna do, so that's on you. The ones that are good. Starman! It might be nice to have a man going out into the stars, a starman. Also, in his flavor text, he's apparently a romantic and, like, loves poetry, and that's what we need out in the stars. Why the fuck is he a top? To be honest, I don't think you can do this not enthusiastically. Maybe he's just moral support. Red, they'll stab you in the back a bunch, and blue, they'll strangle you till you turn blue. He'll volunteer to wash off graffiti, and no one likes a narc. If you can't read, get someone to read this book to you. It'll make more sense then. I bore this burden for you! Shoo! Just let me game, Mom. You gotta work through that labyrinth, but once you get in there and find the real Minotaur, he might kill you. But he also might open up and be really lovely. Anything that I say is just a drop in the ocean of discourse. No one wants to hear my opinion. It's one further than the dodecagon of the hero's journey. The cube is that thing where the hero goes on a journey into his inner thoughts and finds some data that an old guy put in him. Fight me. Splash Woman, she's super useful. Looks and names can be deceiving, and Junkman is super important. I don't know, they're into weird shit. If you're into bad boys, I love them so much that I think they deserve a chance. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go throw myself into the ocean now. Now we're getting into a category that I like to call sure. Starting with our infantry. He doesn't actually have a flavor text explanation for what he is, other than that he's very heavy. So I am assuming he's for ground leveling, but maybe he's just big. Sounds cool, but he's just a baseball throwing machine. Just gets really into fashion. You can't have ignition hazards hanging around. Surprise! I lulled you into a false sense of security. Right after being their high school star quarterback and moved up through the ranks quickly. These robots were built to be sentient for the sake of being sentient. And I do not feel at all qualified to discuss the philosophical implications of that. This is not a joke. It's important to get your flu shot. The bully and the chill bully, who's exactly like the bully, except he'll kind of go easy on you if he can tell you're having a rough day. That's a fool's errand, Brian. You are a fool. They called me a fool, but do I look like a fool to you? God damn it. You should be wary of anyone who builds their personality around swords. You need a drink. Okay, I call this category no. I fucking love candles. Who really has the time to read all those books? I do, apparently. It's me, somewhat bloated, often antagonistic. No one would describe Petey Piranha as capable in literally any circumstance. Shitty, trash, get out of here. Please don't show that to me anymore. Please get it out of here. Stop! Aren't you just starting a cult? Look at this question, answered by Cute Girl Core. Technically speaking, religions and cults are the same thing. They're all pretty much invincible, and they will crush you without hesitation, like a cartoonish Sherman's March to the Sea. Violation, 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 violation. Which is spooky and scary, but it's not their fault, right? You know, they didn't choose to be born. Who does choose to be born, right? Who chooses? Built specifically to murder. We can all agree that that is bad. I couldn't give a shit about death. I forgot about the villain's journey. The villain's tridecagon. The villain's tridecagon is definitely the key. The tridecagon of villainy. This is a 13-sided shape that goes one further than the dodecagon of the hero's journey. We have almost entirely ignored Xehanort. He is the impetus for all of the anger and anguish in Sora's life, and so he deserves a wheel as well. You need to learn about a great power. This is when Xehanort first discovers Kingdom Hearts and all of the power it could hold. What do you do after you find out about that power? You Norda boy. Once you got that boy under your possession, time to get real into unethical science. That's when you're going to learn all about Kingdom Hearts and how to release people's hearts. That means you can become a guinea pig yourself, therefore creating two versions of yourself, a nobody and a heartless. You develop an organization to trick young boy into committing heartless genocide in order to create a new pseudo-version of that great power you discovered back in Stage 3. Now that you're jazzed and ready to go, time to fail. You do have to fail once in order to succeed later as a villain. You just do the same 10th step again, except instead of using other people, you use 13 versions of your own self. And then you fail again. Which leads us to the 13th point in the tridecagon, the villain's variable. You're either gonna win or you're gonna lose.